down to the final seconds of the ski leg to separate this one. Corey Jones in good form. The veteran Phil Clayton is there. Dean Mercer's in the field. Pierce Leonard has had a sensational weekend. Has really improved as the summer has gone on. The national under-19 champion from last year. What a field this is.
Well, there's probably 8 guys that can win this. Obviously, the Ecksteins, the Holmes, they're the 2 big boys. You know, if they won, you would say, yeah, fair enough. But there's about another 6 guys, I think, that can figure in this. It's turned on shore. There's a chop coming back in. It's going to be different conditions compared to the semi-finals. Start all important.
Board, swim, ski for the National Ironman title. Christy Harris continued on the trend of the summer, taking out the Ironwoman title. If that trend is to continue in the men's, it'll be Shannon Eckstein. But I just don't know whether Shannon Eckstein has looked as good over this weekend as he has through the Nutrigrain Series.
Bossy, well picked up. I think Shannon's down on his form compared to that final at the Nutrigrain Series. Also, Zane Holmes hasn't had the board legs I've seen over the weekend that he's had in the past. Swim legs been sensational. He's now the Australian Open Surf Race champion. He's in there as well, but they need a good start. The board leg is imperative to get a good start. The first leg of the Ironman race, you need to be in a good position. There is no holding back in the final. This will be flat out from start to finish.
Well, Hugh Doherty, who won his semi-final, had a good finish in the national board final here. Came home in 4th position. Nathan Smith has got a 5th placing in the board final here, and Shannon Eckstein, well, he was 6th. So that's the form guide, and living up to that, Hugh Doherty has got his nose in front of Shannon Eckstein, who's left the camera.
Yeah, well, that's they're looking solid there, aren't they? You got Eckstein's in a perfect position there. He's got the inside. When he does the next turn, he's going to be placed straight into first place. I'm looking back, I can see Dean Mercer rating hard in that next lineup, but you could throw a blanket over the field at this moment.
They've really put the squeeze on Pierce Leonard. He's been able to push his way out alongside of Shannon Eckstein. Hugh Doherty just drops off a shade there, and Nathan Smith and the sky blue cap of Cronulla on the outside. So a bit more space now as they come round the final can in this board leg.
Well, as I said, Mercer's in the next line. I also saw Phil Clayton in there as well. I saw Chris Allums there. I can't see Zane Holmes. Zane Holmes at the moment is not on the radar, so he's not in the first 8, so he needs to do a bit of a pickup.
So Eckstein and Pierce Leonard now in front for the Northcliffe team. The Ironman gold medal up for grabs. Shannon Eckstein, defending champ. Nathan Smith, the New South Wales champion, no less than 5 times. He would love another national title. Just dropping off a little here, so too Hugh Doherty. These 2 Northcliffe boys have really put a space on.
Oh, man, we just said at the start of this race that Eckstein might not have been in the form this weekend that we've seen in the past. Certainly straight away he makes us put our mouth in it. Phil Clayton, you'll see in the red, white and blue board, he's driving on the other side there. They're coming in for a wave now. Who's going to get it?
Well, a few are going to get it. The 2 Northcliffe boys are on, Leonard and Eckstein. In fact, you can put down 6 on that wave and it just all evens up. All that hard work.
Clayton's up on the board.
Clayton gives us a little bit of skill there up on the board. He's still got it. He's 30 years of age. He's still got it.
I tell you what, he led the Open Surf Race and he's doing the same in the Open Ironman. Is his legs fresh enough? Who knows? But I tell you what, caught a great wave then, was back in 4th or 5th position, pushed him through to the front, got 2nd in the Open Surf Race. He's in a fantastic position.
Phil Clayton only just scraped through to this final, you know, from that first semi. And yet here he is. He's got himself right up in the picture, right up in the frame. He's going to make the highlights reel with this.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's going to be tough to get past him. He showed in the Open Surf Race that he's in form with his swim leg. His swim leg would be his strongest leg out of the 3. And right from the start, he's gone to the front, and the other guys are trying to push onto his feet. You see Doherty's still in there. Eckstein's pushing hard as well. Smith's still sitting there in 4th position. And then there's another 2 competitors, and there's a gap back to the other guys.
Well, this is it. This is a sensation, really, when we talk about Zane Holmes. He's gone great in all the swim legs he's done at these championships. But it'd have to be Superman to come through on this leg. He's just not in touch with the leaders.
Yeah, I think he got boxed out in the start of the board leg. And what happens is, even though you might be up there, you get squeezed by the other competitors, and it drags you back. And if you can't get on a good wash, the other guys just keep pushing you out and pushing you out. And before you know it, you're at the back half or even back quarter of the field, and that's what's happened to Zane. But you know what? He's shown in the swim leg. He's the Australian Open Surf Race champion. If anyone can fight their way back, it's Zane Holmes.
So 2 Northcliffe caps up in that lead group, but we were expecting 3. We still haven't seen Zane Holmes come around the can. There he is now, so he's well off the speed. Chris Allums making a move through on this swim leg.
Well, I'll tell you, if Chris Allum can pull a few guys up, he might do the same for Zane Holmes there. Zane is back and he's fighting with about 3 or 4 other guys, which makes it very hard when you've got people swimming over the top of you and really making your stroke difficult to take a proper stroke. It impedes what you're doing and you really can't swim the pace you want to.
Another bloke who's making a bit of a move too is your mate, the Seagull, Corey Jones, on the swim leg.
Well, look at that. You've got Nathan Smith has moved up, I think, next to Phil Clayton. Phil Clayton looks like he's slowing down a bit, and the other competitors are starting to come through.
So Clayton and Nathan Smith, Shannon Eckstein and Pierce Leonard. And I know Guy will be out of his chair if Corey Jones figures up on the sand. He's followed him all summer. He's given him great encouragement. He's nicknamed him the Seagull. He's now known wherever he goes as the Seagull. Can't walk into a nightclub, can't walk anywhere without people saying, there's the Seagull.
Possibly to his detriment, but, you know, that's the way it goes.
But if you can add national champion to it, I don't think he'll care what we call him.
No, well, Phil Clayton, you'll see he has dropped back. The pace has been too hard for him. Eckstein's gone past, Smith has gone past, and he looks like he's back in 4th position now, trying to hang on.
So the 2005 champion Nathan Smith moves up alongside with the 2006 National Ironman champion. And the under-19 champion from 2006, Pierce Leonard, is right there.
Well, you'll see the colour there. The colour changes in the water because it's got shallower. They're coming onto the bank now. And what that means is there's going to be waves coming through. They'll start looking over their shoulder, seeing where there's something coming through, and this could change the race right here.
Well, some have got on it. Chris Allen has caught this wave, and I reckon the Seagull's got it too, Corey Jones. Not so Nathan Smith. He's dropped off just a little. And Guy, it's going to be Chris Allen and Corey Jones up onto the beach.
Oh, look at Jonesy. The Seagull is in front. He's 2/3 away through. There's Smith. Smith's firing up as well. 1 leg to go. They're looking at the prize, the Australian Ironman title.
We would have thought Northcliffe. They're not first, they're not second, they're not third. 2 Cronulla caps up in the top 3. Corey Jones representing Met Caloundra. Well, second in the under-19 titles last year.
Well, here goes. They're coming onto the bank now. This is where it's important. Can you get through the surf? Make sure you get through clean and get your ski out there and get into a good position and a good pace.
Remember Corey Jones, last round of the Nutrigrain series at Coogee, on the final ski leg. The ski went up in the air and he went out the back. He's managed to get through the shore break, so he's overcome that demon. He's exercised that demon here at the National Championships.
I think you'll find Smith has gone through to the front. Jones is sitting in there as well. Leonard's somewhere there. Now, Jones, look at his stroke. He's leaning down. He's tired. He's hurting there. He's really struggling.
Pierce Leonard's got the inside run coming up to the can. Nathan Smith in the centre with Chris Allen. Corey Jones just doing it a bit tough now.
Well, you've got to consider this is where it's going to be won and lost, right here. The inside position is the spot to be. Leonard's sitting pretty. He's on the wash. He's using Smith to take him out to the first can. When he gets around that first can, he'll take the lead here. He's got the inside. There he goes. And he's going to position himself perfectly to come in with the chops.
20 years of age, and we're looking at the emergence of a young superstar in Ironman racing. Pierce Leonard alongside Nathan Smith, who may be having his last Ironman race at a national championship. And Pierce Leonard is a clear leader now.
Well, there you go. Now they've turned. The onshore breeze is coming up. They've got Chop to race home here. Leonard's going to drive hard off that last turn to try to put a gap into Smith.
So Zane Holmes will not figure. We now know that. Shannon Eckstein is going to need a massive finish to peg back his Northcliffe teammate. He's not in the front 3. Smith and Allen have done very well. Corey Jones is feeling the pitch. It's a half ski length lead for Pierce Leonard over Nathan Smith.
Well, Bossy, this is where it is right here. Unless Jones can catch a wave back up again to the other 3 competitors. You've got the 2 Cronulla boys. Pierce Leonard's looking strong, but then Smith's come back at him again. It's a race of 2, maybe a race of 3.
Leonard on the left of screen, Smith on the right. Allen has dropped back off to the left. He's 3rd position. Jones 4th. Eckstein's coming through in 5th position. He's making his move, Shannon Eckstein. The gap might be too big though. Pierce Leonard has all power to the beach. Look at the determination on his face. He can see the gold medal. He can just about touch it. The 20-year-old, the under-19 champion from last year, he's going to graduate with honours in 2007. Pierce Leonard is the National Open Ironman champion. Nathan Smith 2nd. Chris Allen, great effort for 3rd. Shannon Eckstein comes up and congratulates Pierce Leonard. That's a great show of sportsmanship, and that is a great victory. Leonard first, Smith, Allen, Eckstein, Jones, well done, a top 5 finish. Sarson, the old fella Dean Mercer 7th, and Mark Simpson 8th.
Pierce Leonard, you won the under-19s last year. You were the competitor of the carnival last year, and you've come here today, you've won the Open Ironman. How do you feel now?
This is a dream come true. This is stuff you just think about and it gives you goosebumps. That's why you do the sport. And just to get one, it's amazing.
And this is how he finished it off. A sweet, sweet victory to young Pierce Leonard. Remember the name from the National Championships in Perth. We've got the Taplin Relays after this break.